Joining me today, we have Michael Spreadborough from Novo Resources. Michael, thanks so much for joining us.
Good to catch up, Steve.
So, Michael, let's start off talking about gold here. We're at the Beaver Creek Precious Metals Summit. Obviously, you're probably a gold bull, I assume, if you're here. You also run a gold company, so I assume that that makes you even more of a gold bull. What can you tell us? What's your outlook on gold?
Well, we're a super gold bull because, as you said, we're a gold exploration. If we found copper, we'd get excited as well. So, greenfields gold exploration. As you know, gold price is fantastic at the moment. I really would hope that we'll start to see some of those, kind of excitement about gold start to flow into juniors, and we see a bit more investment in exploration. But no, we are very, very pragmatic. We believe gold's got a good future. Inflation keeps it as a good entity, and I always argue that all investors in their portfolio definitely need to have some gold speculative exploring stocks in there.
So Novo Resources, it's the first time we've had the company on. What can you tell us about the company from a high-level overview perspective?
Yeah, so a bit unique. First thing is we're both TSX and ASX listed with an OTC platform. We're basically Australian-based, so our headquarters in Perth. As I said, our focus is on gold prominently, but we'll also go chasing copper. Our biggest land position is in the Pilbara, which is in the northern part of Western Australia. We've got about 6,000 square kilometres of tenure, so that's huge. Real greenfield style exploration. And we also got some tenure in Victoria near the large Fosterville mine. So again, pure greenfields gold explorer, TSX, ASX listed. A little bit different, we've got about 12 million Australian in the bank and an investment portfolio of around 50 million. So where you've got a good, strong balance sheet, great global exploration team, ready to go, looking for the next thing.
So what does the current exploration plans look like? Are you guys drilling, doing field work?
Yeah,
what do you guys got going on?
We've just finished a program on our key project in the Pilbara, so we'll do a bit more thinking about for that. For those people who don't understand the Pilbara, it's 1,200 kilometres north of Perth. We normally shut down drilling in kind of November to February. Reason for that, it's over 41 degrees and it's also cyclone prone. So we've probably do another drilling program between now and the end of the year, and then we'll kind of shut down. But in the meantime, with 5,000, 6,000 square kilometres of tenure, our people are continually doing reconnaissance work out of helicopters, sampling, and you'll see continual news flow, both from drilling programs and that reconnaissance work.
So you guys have a major JV with a gold developer. What does those commitments look like?
Yeah, it's super exciting. June last year we did a joint venture with De Grey. For your listeners, you may not be fully aware. So De Grey's $2 billion market cap. Their Hemi Gold project's got 12.7 million ounces of resource. That's huge. We've got tenure next to them. De Grey have just finished the DFS, are in that looking for financing. They expect early next year to make a decision to mine. So our tenure next door, we started drilling in there 12 months ago. We came across the same geology, the same vectoring that they saw. So we've been able to partner with them. Fantastic deal. They invested $10 million in us, so that's exciting. But the real exciting stuff is they're spending $25 million on exploration over 4 years for 50% ownership of that. So that's a great deal for our shareholders. It's not often you get that 50-50 joint venture, but we really wanted the ability to provide upside for our shareholders. So again, De Grey Mining, 12 million ounces. They're going to produce 400,000 to 500,000 ounces a year. Hopefully it'll start construction early next year, and we're right next door.
So what's the long-term strategy for the company? You guys were a producer briefly a few years ago, but it sounds like you might be more of a project generator now. Where do you see this company going over the next 5 years?
Yeah, I like that term, project generator. We're agnostic as an explorer on whether we're going to take projects through to operations. We take case by case. The Edge in a joint venture we just talked about is a good case. It would be crazy for us to try to develop or find resources and develop that ourselves right next to such a big project. So that's the joint venture path is really well. If we discover something that's more standalone that needs a development, it's got 2 million ounces, we might take that on ourselves. So we're very agnostic in terms of what we do. It's really the pathway for shareholders. Another good example, we've discovered great lithium resources on our tenure. It's not really our core business, so we've joint ventured those out for great deals for our shareholders. So again, what's the best strategy? But definitely using greenfields exploration to get up that curve, get share price, valuation, and then look at the best pathway to get monetization to shareholders.
Okay, so if I'm an investor watching or I'm thinking about investing, what am I looking out for out of the company over the remainder of the year or the next year or so?
Yeah, I'd put it down to three good things. Australia's still a great place to go exploring for gold, really good geography and geology. We've got a good balance sheet, so that allows us to continue our programs, and we've got a world-class exploration team that have worked all over the world. So again, greenfields exploration, it's always fun. You never know what you're necessarily going to get, but you've got to be optimistic. We've got good territory. We'll keep looking, and you always hope at the end of the drill bit, the next one will be successful and off you're running. So exciting times.
Well, Michael, thanks so much for hopping on here today. I think you guys got a really interesting project, and I hope you have a very productive week here at Beaver Creek.
Thank you very much. Absolute pleasure.